Okay, hello everybody, Simon Weatherall here, and I just want to welcome you to Successful Affiliate Mastery. And today's video is Affiliate Marketing 101. Okay, and you'll have to bear with me on the old scribble and scrawl. But today, hopefully this is going to be nice and simple, just going to do a quick overview of the industry, some simple bits about it all and how it all works. So to start off with, basically we have the simple factor of the whole thing about how this affiliate marketing works is you have eyeballs that go to some form of lead capture page. Okay, you'll hear this called a whole lot of things, but basically it can be a sales page of anything that you're affiliate of. If people come to that, they like what they see, then they make a purchase, cha-ching, you get paid, okay? That is affiliate marketing in its absolute simplest form. Now, this is what people used to do. There's actually a better way of doing it. And what we recommend is you're going to send your eyeballs to what we call an opt-in page. It's also called a landing page. There are a whole lot of different names for it. So you send them to that, and this will be in a specific niche, okay? So this will be niche specific, and you can build up a list. You will have heard the money is in the list. So they will go here, and they will go into, from this, they will go into a database, okay? And this database will have all the records of everybody interested in whatever particular area you're doing. So if it was make money online, if it, make money from home, super popular now. It could also be something as simple as the health and wellness area. Maybe it's personal or self-development. It doesn't really matter. Maybe it's crypto. These are some very common ones, e-commerce. From the database, then you send people to the sales page. Okay, now what we've done here is we've added in this extra step. The opt-in page really is the step here, and then they're actually going there. This bit here is automatic. It's done behind the scenes, but this allows us to do email marketing. Okay, so that's really, to start with, the simplest thing. Affiliate marketing, we're going to get rid of the old, this bit here. We're going to get rid of that as the first step. We are now going to do a 3-step. So we send the traffic, they go here, they're automatically going to go onto the database here, and then they're going to see the product here. And if that all goes to plan, cha-ching, you have made money. All right. So that's the super simple way of doing it. Traffic to an opt-in page in your particular niche generates a lead, and then that lead is going to go to the sales page, and then from the sales page they're going to purchase whatever it is, and they get the sale. Now, if for whatever reason they don't purchase, then we can follow up here, and this is going to send them back. Okay, so we have more bites at the cherry. They say now with modern day, you need to see 21 interactions. Okay, so you can do that through your marketing. The other thing is that once you do build up that connection, everything else, maybe we've got, for example, we have product B, and then we've got product C and product D and product E, all in the same niche, all of which, as we build up a reputation and build a relationship with the people on our list, on our database, all of this leads to getting more sales, which is ultimately what you're doing your affiliate marketing for. Okay, so that's the first bit, all right? That's the simplest one it is. And the mathematics is really simple. So here we've got our traffic, okay? Traffic goes to an offer, which leads to sales, okay? So in the simplest of form, in the absolute basic, we have the cost of traffic we have what we make. And depending on that, whether it's a plus or a minus, is whether we have a profit or a loss. Okay, so that's in the simplest form. If that was going from, as said, our eyeballs straight to an offer page, straight to sales, that is the simplest thing. If our cost of traffic is less than the sales we get, we make a profit. If our cost of traffic is more expensive than the sales we get, we have a loss, okay? Obviously, we're in this game to make a profit. The way that we're doing with this leads us to a new theory. And I'm going to show this is where it's not complicated, but you just need to understand this. And this is where we come into a concept of the lifetime value of a customer. And have you all seen those infomercials? And Kevin Harrington was one of the ones that started all this. Great story about that if you've ever heard it from Kevin. But at the end of the day, what happened was he noticed that there was all this static on TV after the stations basically shut down. And he's like, right, we can put something on there. We can sell something. And he came up with the famous infomercials. And people would come on there and they'd be like, hey, buy this great steak knife. And it cuts through cans and did all of that stuff. Now, you'll remember the phrase, but wait, there's more. And the thing was that if he knew, if you bought one thing and you stacked it and stacked it and stacked it so that it was just absolutely irresistible, he would then get the sale, okay? The value proposition was so good that you're like, how can I not do this? It's like, I buy this thing, but then if I pay an extra $1, I get another one. But wait, there's more. I'll throw in some steak knives and I'll give you this and I'll give you that. Now, at the end of the day, what they were selling, maybe the sale was a $30 sale. In reality, it was probably costing them $40 or $50, maybe more. But what they knew was that they were getting somebody on their list, okay? So with that infomercial, they had somebody on their list. And they knew that with that list, they could then, as I said, they can sell them product A, product B, product C, product D. And each one of those is going to lead to, the perfect customer. I think Igor Kavitz puts it really, really well. He says, what you want is that loyal customer that buys all of your stuff, okay? And so if somebody you have that connection with on your list, they will buy all of your stuff, or they'll buy a lot of your stuff that's relevant to them. And so it's not just in our old way, we had, our traffic and our eyeballs, they went to a page, they got offered one product and they bought one thing or didn't. So they bought it or they didn't buy it, and then that was the whole relationship. They bought it or they didn't buy it, and then they were finished. This way, we're getting somebody on a list they can do multiple times. So here was one sale. Here we're talking multi-sale, okay? And the difference is this person then, over a course of time, we will have what is an average value of a customer, okay? And this is where once you get savvy in your marketing, you start knowing that basically the cost of acquisition of a new person needs to be less than their average value of a customer. And if you can do this, if you can get this part right, then you're always going to be in profit. And so I'll give you an example. If the cost of acquisition of a customer is $5, but we know that we're going to get $10 out of them, are you going to go and get more customers? So we know we've got a $5 profit here. Are we going to get more customers? Well, yeah, all day long, right? If I know that I can go and get a customer for $5, he's going to spend $10 with me, I can go and do this all day long. If I also plug this into the cost of getting a lead and I know that the average value of a lead is going to be more, then I can start using this mathematically, okay? And this is where we need to start thinking about it. So you have the cost of a lead, and then you have their lifetime value, okay? And this is really important because I'm trying to think who says this. I think it might be Russell Brunson says, like, you know, if I know my mathematics, if I know my figures, the person that wins this race is the person that spends the most, you know, that can spend the most on customer acquisition. So if I know that my lifetime value of a customer is $100, in the most extreme case, I can spend up to $99 and I will still make $1 profit, okay? Now, for the life of me, I wouldn't be going and suggesting that. But if we can get somebody at, you know, $1, $2, $5, $10, even $20, knowing we're going to, on average, make, so this is the cost of our lead, and we know on average that somebody goes through our whole funnel is going to be $100, then even at $20, we're still making an $80 profit per lead, okay? So this is what we need to do. So right down the start, you guys are not going to know. If you're brand new to this or you haven't ever crunched your numbers, this is something that you're going to be so brand new to, you're not going to understand this, or you're not going to have the figures or the access to this. So there's a couple of rules of thumb that they used to have. So a lead is worth $1 per month. Okay, now that's a very simple, very generalistic one. It has changed a lot, and there are so many different things about it. If your list is like, you know, if you value your list, if you give them great great quality, and then you have high interaction, your list is going to be a lot more responsive. And if you have a lot more responsive, then it's going to be worth more. You know, they're going to buy more things from you. They're going to trust you more and everything else. So the more that you put into your list, the more that you value them, the more that they'll value you, the more that they'll actually buy off you. And then you'll start working out these numbers. Now, this brings us to a new thing, traffic, okay? And we're going to cover all these concepts later on in a lot more detail. But as the expression goes, not all men are born equal. Definitely not all traffic is equal, okay? And so there's different ways of getting traffic, and this is something that is very important. We have paid traffic and we have free traffic, okay? And they're very different. Paid traffic will come quite quickly through us. It doesn't have the loyalty at the initial stages, but it can be responsive. Free traffic is generally something that's come through over time. They've seen free stuff, they've gone through. It can have a better lifetime result, but it's harder to get. At the end of the day, there's just going to be an average, and you need to work out what is going to be your average and everything else. So you need to sit down, you need to work this out. You can't, to start with, and as a general rule of thumb, the lower the cost, but the higher the quality is what we're after, okay? This is the golden bullet. This is what everybody wants. We want a huge amount of leads that are low in cost, high in quality, and they're interactive. We want them to be loving us and buying from us. That's the big thing, okay? So this is our goal and everything else. We want our lead acquisition cost to be low, and we want the quality of the leads to be very high. And you've got to understand the different traffic is going to bring in different traffic sources will bring in different figures for this, but eventually they'll, if you get skilled enough at it, you can have a look at different areas and you can really map it out. But generally speaking, you'll have a large list, and to start with, you just need to understand these concepts. Our whole goal is to have traffic, our traffic spend to be less than our sales, okay? And if that's the case, we will have profit, okay? So that's the simple goal. This is just a kind of a quick thing to talk about that. We need to think about this in a business sense and a business manner. We want to drive our traffic. We want to get our leads growing up and getting there. So basically, we have our traffic, we build our list, and the cost of acquisition of that list has to be lower than what we're spending on it, okay? Pretty simple in, so the cost of list building has got to be less than the sales. And so in its affiliate marketing is pretty basic when you come like that. Building the list allows us to have multiple bites at the cherry. It allows us to retarget to that same list as long as we've treated them with love and respect, okay? And that's what you need to do. Engage with them, give them great stuff, give them value, and they'll return the favor by purchasing the quality things that you put in front of them, okay? So that's simply it. That's affiliate marketing 101. How do you work out these numbers and everything else? Eventually that'll come to you. You know, you'll work out, and we'll talk about a little bit later on, the cost of acquisition, the cost of, you know, the profits you make. We'll be able to sit down, even look at the dynamics of which emails work best and everything else. But it's just important to understand from the beginning this kind of concept at the beginning. So paid versus free traffic, the cost versus the income that's coming in. And as I said, importantly, it's far better to send people to a list before you send them to a sales page, so that you can then use that list to target people over and over again with different products. Anyway, that's it from me on this one. Affiliate Marketing 101. Hope this is useful. If you liked it, like it below, leave some comments. If there's anything else we can help you with, drop us an email at team@successfulaffiliatemastery.com. Mike or I will get back to you, and we'll shoot videos on anything that you need. In the meantime, stay safe and healthy, and look out for the next video.